Well, I just mean that in terms of drafting this hero. They always seem to pick this when, I remember like when Mushi was on Fnatic, like they always seem to pick this when their tournament life was at stake. There was a game against OG, I think, back at the Shanghai Major where they picked this.
They won. It was against...
Let's not mention the war, all right? Let's just be careful here,
Seems like
Jack.
an appropriate occasion, you know, we're in Shanghai for...
Yeah. Don't mention... okay, where are we going, Will?
I want to hear what Jack has to say first.
Jack, where are we going?
The beef is firmly in favor of Mineski. I like this Medusa hero. I'm going with Mineski.
See, if he hadn't done that, I was going to call him a hypocrite. That's why I wanted to hear first.
You wanted to call him out.
But I'm going to go the opposite way. I think LGD,
of course you are.
They got heroes that are going to work well. No, this is like a real thing.
Okay,
I knew he was going to say that.
Right.
If you didn't say Mineski, you would have lied about... everything that you said this morning was a joke.
No. The beef principle is a thing.
Then, sure, Mineski. I don't think it is, so LGD.
All right. A split decision on the panel. Who'd have known that with Blitz being here? What a surprise. Let's head over to the commentary team for game number 1. Big match for both teams, still looking for a place in the top 8.
All right, Mineski versus LGD here. Looking forward, obviously, an important matchup here. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Merlini. Merlini, we have the thoughts from the panel over there. What do you think about these drafts?
Well, I'm just sad I can't be out there to touch her. He's so close yet so far.
Can reach out, maybe.
I know. I miss him slamming us, making fun of us.
He is close enough to us, obviously, the coach for Mineski. Good friends with him there. But obviously, this draft for Mineski coming about, finishing off with the Medusa. You think Medusa makes a lot of sense here in the hands of Nana playing the middle lane?
It's pretty tough for LC to fight into the Medusa. You're not going to get a dual kill usually if you kill the Medusa, and you can't really duel anyone else because your team usually follows up after the duel, right? So Stone Gaze, I think, is the trump card in this fight. And Cold Embrace only helps one hero. Who cares? Medusa will just switch out everyone else.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm not sure she's going to get a lot of farm.
Okay.
So we did just see this combination in the last series, the Ogre plus Medusa. You can farm a lot of Ancients, but on the side of LGD, they have a fantastic tower pusher in the form of Death Prophet. So that mid T1 tower is absolutely crucial for this game.
Well, we'll see how long it takes to make that objective happen as far as getting bounty runes. You see that one's going to be stolen right here. Almond, meanwhile, at the top lane, going to be charged in by the Spirit Breaker. Ice on Doom, assisting with a couple of auto attacks. Don't think it's going to be enough in the end, but going to force him out some early regen, and looking like Spirit Breaker's going to be up here.
Infernal Bladed.
That's still doing some good damage, but actually Jingle Mastery doing plenty of return damage, and now Victoria running after him. Coming out of the Invis with an auto attack, a couple more. Is this actually a kill? Orb of Venom on it. This is first blood, isn't it? Victoria picks it up. What just happened there?
He just right-clicked him down.
A little bit too deep.
Orb of Venom. Their level 1's not great. Doom, you really want to devour before you actually start beating down people. And Spirit Breaker with charge level 1 without bash is just extremely weak. I actually prefer bash at level 1 just because I think the stun is pretty useless if you don't have any damage to go along with it.
Okay.
But, that's... Ninja Boogie has to find a new hero for him now that Silencer doesn't seem to fit his team anymore.
Well, it seems like when we were talking about the draft, or the panel was talking about the draft right there, Blitz especially liked the idea of the Monkey King matched up against the Doom. You agree why Ami playing the Monkey King here? Makes sense?
Yeah, he owns most heroes one-on-one.
Yeah.
Especially in the safe lane, too. So much chase room.
I've seen a couple different builds on Monkey Kings lately. Most noticeably, the one standing out to me is that Battle Fury style. Is this a Battle Fury game, or is it maybe going to be depending on the tempo of the game, you think?
Have you played Monkey King before?
I have not played Monkey King before.
Okay, I've played him I played him, and the hardest thing about this hero is actually farming neutrals. He is actually one of the worst heroes at farming neutrals. You don't get Jingu stacks. Boundless Strike is just ridiculously long cooldown, and you can't really just use Primal Spring to farm it. So I think that shores up his biggest weakness. There's no way you can do Ancients too without Battle Fury. It's just so incredibly difficult. Maybe you'll get Jingu stacks from a hero in lane you can pop over, but that's just generally unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I think he might need the Diffusal Blade this game to deal with the mana burn on the Medusa, right? You need mana burn to kill her.
It helps at least, and it's as you're putting at it, especially in the late game. Yeah, you pretty much need that.
You got to think far ahead, man. You got to think about when if they think they can win that game earlier without it, before she hits level 20 with that 800 mana talent, then maybe.
Oh, wow.
Chicken.
Charging in here. Geez, going for the courier, but and that might come at a cost now. The tower doing plenty of return damage and charges up from Ninja Boogie. He's going to connect in. You have Jabs running on over to help finish the job. It's just a matter of time now before Yao
Maybe
goes
he can
down.
eat trees and go into the golem? Okay, never.
He's just saying, kill me now, please. Go for Ninja Boogie, he'll take that.
Kill me now.
Somnus middle lane, aka Maybe, going at it against Nana. You have 11-2 Death Prophet right now versus the 14-4 Medusa. So far, Medusa is having that early farm here.
Yep, that's also one of the nice things about Medusa. She wins most lanes. That hero is very difficult to deal with in lane because Mystic Snake is incredibly good at sustaining, last hitting, harassing, all in one.
And we saw right there, Winter Wyvern spending a lot of time in that middle lane, it seems like, at least ideally, trying to be the babysit for him.
Good luck.
Now, not so much anymore. As I suggest that, he TP'd in, now he's rotating to the bottom lane, it seems like, instead.
He almost got a chicken kill, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter that much for Medusa. She doesn't actually need chicken access that much.
Yeah. Wouldn't even been the biggest deals you're getting at. FY, how's he doing at the bottom lane? He's level 4 already, so it looks like he's actually doing very good. 15-3 even on CS. It's been 1v1 for a lot, but that's going to change now. In comes Ninja Boogie. Maybe a bash proc. Throw it in there. None just yet. Winter Wyvern in response. Arctic Burn. And Mushi's the one that has to be careful with that Splinter's Blast, but FY going to be charged in. Jab supports it as well. Should set up the kill eventually. Ignite's put up. The press of the attack. Oh, the regen is just enough. Not long enough, though. Ninja Boogie gets the auto attack off and gets the kill. Victoria's nearby on the bounty hunter, Yao. Now it's his turn to be in trouble. Mushi running down with the auto attacks. And that's going to add up. They say, you know what, we'll go to turn on to Mushi. They do get the turn. They do lose the Winter Wyvern, though, so it's a double kill for Ninja Boogie, however. And now it's Victoria's turn to be victim, perhaps. Gets the invis off, the press the attack, and we might not even be done just yet. Apparently we are. Oh, maybe not now. Is he really going? No.
No. So a couple of things of note. Venomancer didn't go for any wards. You don't want wards versus Venomancer or versus LC. LC actually, you'll get tons of Moment of Courage procs, and it's actually really difficult to harass him down. So you definitely want this 2-2 build, and it's. I think if there's going to be a 2v2 in the mid lane, like Ogre versus the Winter Wyvern, I think Mineski's going to win out heavily. Simply because of the fact that the Ogre can stack Ancients for his team, whereas LGD, it's going to be very inefficient. Like, yeah, you can trade, let's just say that's even, but the stacking factor is going to be much better for Mineski. So I think if you're LGD, you kind of just want to leave that mid lane as a one-on-one so they don't get the added benefit of stacking.
Focusing more on Venomancer here, item build. We see different styles, sometimes the Dive Bomb, the Blink Dagger, to even the Axe eventually, or more the Hurricane Pike instead, bringing the right-click presence. Hold that thought, though, because charge coming in. Actually ends up connecting on a Yao right there. He gets the press the attack. Mushi, he's the one taking some good damage. Moment of Courage procs coming at. Yao is going to end up falling in the back line, just takes a long time. And Mushi, he's returning now with the auto attacks, gets Bloodlust buff from Jab's teammate. Jab's also trying to survive Victoria. Trying to finish it himself. Dust comes out from Ninja Boogie, though, the charge in to finish the job there. And now we have Venomancer making it back to base, so a lot of finishing going on. But FY, he remains alive throughout it all.
Ninja Boogie's gotten all 5 kills. He's on a mega kill streak.
That's pretty good for a Spirit Breaker. And he's only level 3. But man, he's got Tranquil Boots. Very active.
Still, the LC is on top of the CS chart. There's no wards either, so those are all full CS, which is
well, he's making a play at the top lane now. Speaking of being involved in kills, Ninja Boogie wants to add to those 5 kills on the chart. Going for a 6-1 right here. Boundless Strike was pretty good timing. Will it matter in the long run, though? The Front of Blade auto attacks, the Scorched Earth, and
nice bash, Ninja Boogie. A nice bash, man.
Throw it in. That's every good Spirit Breaker deserves those bash procs.
That was really important, though. He almost got 4 Jingu stacks because of that.
Oh,
but that was a really nice stun from him, though, to stop the charge. I think Ame did everything he could. But Ice is a Monkey King player. He knows the tricks. He chopped down that tree. You're done, Ame.
Back to the middle lane, 35-7 Medusa, 26-7 Death Prophet. So it's getting steadier and steadier for Nana as far as that league goes. As I suggest this, though, you do see that rotation coming in with the smoke.
I mean, it is. You're gonna have to expend your ultimate.
Yeah.
You need your exorcism, or I guess everyone can come in,
or just bring 4 players, LC included, who does have that duel. Meanwhile, top lane, Ame gets the kill on Ice. He is doomed up. Is that going to be enough damage for the kill? It's going to be close, man. Oh, man, he's ticking down. He's going to live, isn't he? Oh, he does go down. Ninja Boogie almost dies as well. Back to the middle lane. We do see action happening. Stonegaze activated. The duel is up, though. And they end up taking out Nana right there as a result. Cold Embrace will save FY as well. And that Exorcism dealing plenty of damage to the tower on top of it. So action, many different places here.
He did get a Stonegaze off, but
yeah,
doesn't stop those ghosts.
Does not. A last-ditch effort, so making use of that exorcism, though. Obviously pushing into the objective, and we see at the top lane, Spear Breaker, though.
Nice
goes
streak.
down. A lot of kills coming out here, man. 12 hero kills combined, 7.5 minutes in, not too shabby. I guess the Spear Breaker and Bounty Hunter on the other side even will help incentivize that. Who's disadvantaged for more, you think, with all this fighting going on?
I think I would prefer, if I were LGD shoes, I'd prefer this sort of pace. Because I think you want these sort of skirmishes. You want Bounty Hunter to get level. You want this sort of pace to continue. I think once he gets level 6, ideally you just want tons and tons of kills, right? That obviously benefits him. But I think you don't want to play the passive farming game versus the Medusa. Medusa is just incredibly good with split shot. You are just not going to outfarm her, simply put.
Oh.
So
Victoria trying to help the farm for the team, especially Ame. Boundless Strike, not enough damage though initially. That Scorched Earth, you see the region also kicking in. Yao's even coming in now. Try to assist for this kill. I mean, it's a matter of time. There's no way Ice is getting out of this. It's just a matter of when they get off that last
he actually changed his creep. He had the Frost Armor creep, and he opted for the heal creep. I actually think he does need the armor a lot. Frost Armor is really good versus even Winter's Curse. It's good versus Exorcism. It's good versus Duel.
Yeah. See if he second guesses himself right there, but meanwhile, middle lane, Spear Siphon healing up Somnus. Get some assistance, of course, from the Winter Wyvern. Cold Embrace is ready just in case. And that'll be your classic standoff right there where no kills actually happen, but plenty of damage coming out. Nothing much from that, but back to the top lane. Doom will port in, and his ultimate ready in about 14 seconds. See when that comes into play. LC, go ahead.
They're smoking behind.
Oh yeah, they are coming in.
Monkey King's still very, very vulnerable. You mentioned like he wants to get the Battle Fury, but I don't actually know if he's going to get that at any reasonable pace.
Yeah. So if it's not the Battle Fury, though, that's a nice dual victory there, of course, coming out. But
Fast
maybe
Diffusal.
the Echo Saber, just going right into Diffusal Blade even.
I think Fast Diffusal.
Okay.
It dispel. No, it doesn't. But Mana Burn. Mana Burn and Purge, I think, should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you want that item first, though? I don't know. I think I would be scared for the late game, but at the same time, you might not have to have any mid-game presence if you're busy farming for your Battle Fury. I don't know. It's a really tough call for it.
That it is. I mean, you do see the net worth right now. It's, I mean, overall, it's a really close game, but top of the chart, a couple different heroes, Monkey King included, in fact, and second place right there. Does cross the 3,800 net worth for her.
I think if you take down the mid T1, you can go for Battle Fury because you have more camps to farm. But if not, you probably need to go more fighting builds. Somnus is just...
He's probably dead right here, although Cold Embrace will change. And the double Spirit Siphon, never mind. He's going to be healing up for the time being. Stone Gaze activated, though, going to stone him up. And it's just a matter of time, it feels like. But why is that running a pressing attack? The heals are real, man, here on this dire side. But is it real enough? Absolutely not. He finally falls, but plenty of time for some return damage now. Victoria, that Poison Nova activated. He's definitely going to be ticking down. They did kill Spear Breaker, but a 2-for-1 in favor of Mineski.
At least they got one track kill on the side of LGD. That was a crazy amount of sustain.
That was insane.
If I'm Mineski right now, I definitely want a Spirit Vessel on my team.
Okay.
Like, that item is so incredibly good versus Winter Wyvern alone, but then you have to press the attack heal, and then you have the Spirit Siphon heal. Like, minus 70% healing on those is just insane. You will be able to drop the Death Prophet so easily.
So Spirit Breaker pretty much
Spirit Breaker
should
buy it, but he had a mega kill streak, but he's actually not that farmed. I thought he would have... He had 5 kills. Okay,
where did that farm go?
I don't know. I'm not actually sure where it went. Maybe he just like didn't spend his gold before he died that one time. He's died 2 times since, but still, I think he should be way higher than
was he buying the wards maybe for the team?
Yeah,
take it over perhaps?
That's Ogre's. It's Ogre's job.
He's a bloodless bot. Let's be honest. That's his job. So.
And he has an early GPM talent. Even better.
There you go. Well, yeah, a little bit odd there, but ultimately, again, that's going to be the idea for Spear Breaker. Smoke once again coming out. Take a look at Ninja Boogie right there on the Spirit Breaker, of course, but Smoke wrapping around in the middle lane, it looks like. Medusa having to be careful. She picks up on something.
They use a scan, so what's going on here? However, Bounty Hunter is behind there. I mean, you could smoke in between the T1 and T2, but now Ogre's there, pop it just in case, so that's not happening.
Winter Wyvern thinking about going in, but a quick charge.
I like the way Ninja Boogie's playing, though. Like, yeah, his economy sucks, but he's like, he's there to like pop the smokes, get their spells off so that everyone else can be working.
They're going to get another strike off on that range and the bash proc off the bat. The press the attack with the Cold Embrace. We just talked about that heal. That range was something, to say the least. Yeah, it will fall, but I didn't know it was that long. Yeah, that had to be just like at the max. Absolutely.
That was insanely long.
Yeah.
Looked like he had Aether Lens there.
gets it off and gets the kill. Again, you see the heals once again coming into play, so Spirit Vessel will be nice. Doom picking up the early drums. This is an item that we're seeing a lot this patch, it seems like. A very good tempo item.
All about winning those team fights, man.
Yeah, it's a good strategy, winning team fights.
Yep.
You see that range right here once again. Yeah, that's like more than what it should have been.
It says 700.
So that was more than 700. Yeah, let it be. Mushi pushing out middle lane meanwhile. FY's nearby, does have that blink as we see. Press the attack, he wants to go in. Mushi went back for the last hit, but...
Get warded. Get Veno warded.
Yep.
Stop the blink. You had to get smokes. Come on, FY. You know that.
Yeah, that was... they definitely wanted that. I mean, Mushi even got a little cocky right there, but again, as you mentioned, the ward's doing work. Ultimately making the stop on the blink. Death Prophet Yules is coming along. Pretty obvious pickup, I would assume.
It's so good now that Diffusal doesn't dispel. Like, Death Prophet with Spirit Siphon is just incredibly difficult. That's why you need the Spirit Vessel.
Goes back to that. Victoria. All right, he's going to find Doom. Who's that nearby? That'd be LC.
This could be a dual kill.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have enough damage. I don't think so. He pops Scorched Earth. You're probably going to be the one dying.
Yeah. He does have the Satyr. Talking about that earlier, so at least he has a health regen, but you'd argue maybe the armor later on in the game. Medusa, meanwhile, farming an ancient stack.
Oh no, it begins.
Yep, Bloodlust up.
It begins. Okay, Monkey King's going for Battle Fury. He feels like he is underfarmed and needs to farm up. I mean, the thing about it is, if you go Diffusal and you lose the fight, you just like kind of lose the game at that point.
Okay.
Because there's not really that much coming back. And I think even with the Diffusal, he wouldn't be able to burst down the Medusa. Medusa's just very, very difficult. Maybe if they had like, you know, Mixed or AM or got to burn down. But
yeah.
At this point, no. I would love to see a Sentry Ward on that stack though, or an Obs Ward. Any of the above.
Some kind of blockage, yeah.
Some kind of blockage.
Get in there. You see, speaking of Sentry Ward on the other side. Counter from earlier. No stack over there. A lot of wards though down. Those Venomancer wards. Middle lane, he looks like he was building a Villa Discord, by the way, for the team. The Radiant side to take advantage of. And top lane, FY, he's still hunting for another dual kill, but all this vision, man, it's making it very difficult for him to get any kind of dual kills here.
I mean, look at the heroes that are exposed, too, on their side. It's like an Ogre on bottom. Like, who cares about killing an Ogre? He's all the way on the bottom lane, too, so it's very difficult. And then you have the Veno, who's in mid with tons and tons. He had a lot more Plague Wards. So it's like, it's just so difficult for them to gank people here. Like, it's just high risk, low reward.
That's what I noticed with the draft coming out. I mean, they had the Ogre, it's a Spear Breaker, it's a Doom. I mean, these are all just kind of beefier heroes that are outside of that core role, especially. So, Victoria, he's going to be found. He's going to have fun with them. And actually, whoa, okay, Stone Gaze. Medusa was scared. I guess that's a victory for Bounty Hunter.
Well, you can tell, with that move, you can tell exactly where Mineski are, though. That means that there's not that many heroes at bottom. You can play around bottom way more.
Oh, another strike. Is this enough damage? Another double bash, man. Ninja Boogie is a baller at Spear Breaker, apparently.
Bashing non-stop. Yep, and he's handling this Bounty Hunter all game.
Got the Urine, 2 charges. So it goes back to what you're just talking right there, Melini, about trying to find these kills. I mean, so the targets maybe aren't necessarily the best, but, you know, ideally with a Bounty Hunter, he could find those kills. But is this a fault of the Bounty Hunter almost, or is this just the positioning of Mineski that's making it difficult?
I honestly think it's more the Death Prophet. They're not playing around. Death Prophet is the key to their team in this phase of the game, right? Okay. They needed to push T1 towers. They needed to win team fights. They needed to do everything. They can bait out with him, but the Death Prophet is just farming up right now. Not necessarily his fault. It's just he doesn't really feel like he can do anything right now. Whoa.
They need to not lose Monkey King. The duel will stop a lot of this damage right here. But Doom's still running after him. The Witch's Curse even used, but the auto attack from the neutral's even assisting with the Doom. Ultimately, FY now, he's going to end up dying to Venomancer most likely. Moment of courage ain't going to save him there. Spirit, or the Shrine, I should say, from Yao, going to be popped, and I don't know if that's going to save him. Maybe the Arctic Burn over the ledge. He'll barely get over the Inferno Blade tick down, though. Double kill for Ice bottom lane. Okay, they get a turn kill and a jabs. There you go.
Yeah, but look at this mid T2 tower that's already being assaulted. They're like really, really fast about that. And this is the thing, like, so who are the heroes after the right? You have the Medusa who's pushing on lanes, and then you have the Death Prophet and the Bounty Hunter on bottom. But like, are you more scared of a Death Prophet farming or a Medusa farming?
Exactly.
Like, it's starting to get really scary for LG.
Man, and now Victoria just having to get away from the Spirit Breaker, although has that Death Prophet coming in, the Nether Strike. It's not going to be enough damage. Now, this could be a bait, though, of sorts, as the Exorcism is popped, however. The Shrine Pop, the signs up on it, Doom, and that's a dual victory for FY. So, yeah, bait is just a matter of which way, and I guess ultimately that works in the favor of LGD in that exchange right there. So, something that they can use.
Exorcism for one track kill, though. I guess it's on a Doom, so that's pretty good. But they're not going to get that much damage on this T2 on bottom, sadly.
A little bit, yeah, but
minimal.
Not the most. You see right there, it's going to be wearing off shortly, so.
And she's actually going for a Lincoln Sphere, so she doesn't get doomed or charged, but.
Oh boy, and this is going to be bad. Heals, throws up Spirit Breaker at least. There's the press the attack, trying to help run away. The W coming out from Ogre Match. I think Ignite, going to go for the TP. Do they have a stopper? They do not. Nice silence right there.
No bash.
No bash, you're right.
No bash.
Ninja Boogie, come on now. You're better than that. Nobody. He manages to escape, so yeah, that was almost, you know, scary for him, obviously trying to use the rest of that Exorcism, and could have backfired, but good getaway. They're not even done just yet, are they? LGD wants to come back into this. FY duel's ready to go. You're not going on Medusa, though, that's for sure. Victoria trying to find somebody else, but again, who is that somebody?
They're smoked around. Isis has a Ninja Boogie coming around from the left side. Oh, this could be really bad for them. They don't have. This is the time you do not want to fight.
Well, Ogre is going to be the target, but again, he's just so damn tanky. Sure, you can damage him, but it's not even a dual victory. He stays alive for the time being. If he actually lives, he will not. The Balance Strike finishes the job right there. The Stone Gaze active, though. They take out Victoria, and FY, you're definitely dying for this on top of it. Press the attack. Just going to delay the inevitable, it feels like. Gets a bash thrown in there. Triple kill for Nana on the Medusa. Oh, boy.
I mean, you see what I'm talking about with the Death Prophet, though. They're just like, they played around her. The one time they got the Doom kill on bottom, but like, they lost 3 heroes up top. They lost 3 heroes again. Exorcism is supposed to be the spell that you're playing around, but at the same time, their pacing doesn't really match that of the Exorcism, because Bounty Hunter wants to fight all the time, and so does LC, because they both like track and duel. Like, these are things that you just need to kill heroes over and over and over again with.
Yeah.
But it's slow with the Death Prophet.
And Monkey King sometimes is that core hero that will be more involved than other cores earlier on in the game, but the Battle Fury almost changes that a bit. I mean, he still definitely can be, but he obviously wants to farm with that tool instead. He's not really looking to pick fights as you're going out with the LC, with the Bounty Hunter here. So, yeah, you are starting to feel the awkwardness more and more.
Yeah, I think it's just like they need, like, either they needed the Monkey King to go a more aggressive build early, but that's really risky, right? Like, if he doesn't go Battle Fury, he's gonna
exactly,
or you sacrifice, like, you know, small heroes here and there, like Mineski's doing. They lose the Ogre, they you know, jump on the Ogre on bottom too. Like, these are unimportant heroes, and you're sacrificing your support so that course can get a lot of farm. But when LGD are sacrificing heroes, they're sacrificing 3 at a time.
Yeah, not the best trading going on right there. You see the top lane that's being pushed in by Doom. Meanwhile, moves in. Okay, Nana even denies the tower, and now Doom ports it on top of this. I'm pretty sure he has his ultimate activate, or ready to go, I should say. Death Prophet with the Exorcism up, though. Silence first happens on a Doom in the back lines, and Victoria's going to be picked off. But Doom also falls, and the Winter's Curse actually activated on the Spirit Breaker as he charges in. Pretty good one at that, the Stone Gaze. Didn't really do nearly enough for Mineski right here. Yield Scepter in the air on Medusa. They want to finish off Ninja Boogie at the very least with that Spirit Siphon, and it is enough. That Exorcism has to be stopping soon. In fact, it wears off right there. It's just Medusa, Ogre, and the Venomancer, but enough to back off and pour it on out, says Somnus. All right, so that was a pretty successful fight, I would say, for LGD.
That was great. They played around the Death Prophet perfectly, and I think maybe just went in their perfect positioning, great Spirit Siphons, and Mushi tried to disrupt that, but Ice got caught out with the Sentry Ward. That was the big thing. He didn't get a single spell off. He got silenced right here.
Yep.
And then he just died to Exorcism. And he almost turns around and casts Doom, but doesn't in time.
That's the thing with Doom, and we've talked about with other casters before, and just yesterday, in fact, I believe it was, where his getting in there to cast Doom on some can be difficult sometimes. I mean, ideally right there, again, sneaking in with the Invis. Obviously, the Sentry kind of stopped that effort, though, so... does he maybe also need a blink at this point, or should Shadowblade be enough to get in there and get that Doom off? Most fights.
It requires a difference in playstyle. Okay. Like, you don't want your Doom in first. You want your Spirit Breaker in. Mushi tried to do that, right? He blinked in, and then he ulted, and then normally the focus would be drawn away from the Doombringer at that point, right? So that Doombringer can kind of sneak in and then cast his Doom, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's his fault. It's more, you know, the team needs to allow him to get his Doom off. Ogre, Spirit Breaker, Venomancer. These heroes are great at just running in and dying.
Yeah.
And having a high impact. Doom, not so much if you don't get your spells off.
Gotcha. Well, track's going to be applied to Doom right there as he was scouting things out. Bounty Hunter and having some fun with him, letting him know that he's nearby. Yeah, going to push out the middle creep wave using that great ability called Splinter Blast. See Medusa, Lincoln Sphere, the Dragonlance, and now the Eye of Scotty. And that's, I was talking with Black earlier, he considers this kind of the, all right, now we're in trouble item once he gets the Eye of Scotty.
Possibly. But he doesn't have that much damage. It's a lot of stats, but not that much damage. And I guess he does have Bloodlust, but I think I would have preferred a more offensive build for him this game because he's not really in danger of dying. That game, that fight, I don't know. They just like fought around him.
Yeah, he was auto-attacking, but really, yeah, was it the scariest, as you're pointing out. Victoria, by the way, again, the heals, press attack, there's a cold embrace, a nice Winter's Curse as well. This could turn on a Spirit Breaker now. If he's not careful, Victoria gets some tracks up. The duel is activated also on a Doom, and that will be a winner-winner chicken dinner for him. Spirit Breaker picked up as well, 2 for nothing so far. Well, that make it a 2 for 2, actually, as Winter Wyvern now goes down as well. The Stone Gaze wearing off, though. Monkey in the back lane, he's like, remember me? I'm still in this game. Wukong's Command's throwing down Nana. He's just running away, though. Tanky, as we just mentioned, I don't think they're killing him. Maybe the Ogre Magi as they catch him with the Yules. FY's even nearby. The poured out, not going to be in time.
But the thing is, look at their entire team, though. Their entire team's tanky. We talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
But, like, do you need more tankiness?
That's true.
Maybe the Doom does because he doesn't get any spells off in the fight, but, like, I don't really see him doing that much damage. And keep in mind, he has Bloodlust, too.
Yeah.
Like, Bloodlust is supposed to be good at making you deal damage. But his damage, it was one of the lowest in the fight.
It was
That's crazy.
Very low. 560 damage.
Doom did that much with just Scorched Earth, and he's just not, he's not able
just
to.
running in circles, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough for them, though. The Winter Wyvern's also just destroying them. Like, he completely turned around that fight.
Yeah.
Saved the Bounty Hunter. Got that Winter's Curse off. This was just a great play from the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, you see right here, the initial save at least. Does eventually die, but obviously bought plenty of time. That great Winter's Curse, as you mentioned. Yao doing a hell of a job. Allows them to turn on the Spirit Breaker, and then again, I'm just really in a bad spot at that point. Mushi did get a hell of a Poison Nova off. We saw him on top of those damage charts for that reason, but you know, damage is good and all, but if you're not getting kills, it really doesn't matter in the end. So he goes down, and then the rest of it, they get away, but again, lacking the damage, very noticeable in that fight. So does he think back at that fight? Maybe, I mean, we're discussing this ourselves. They have a pause now. Could you see him maybe like be like, all right, I'm going to switch this up now, or is he going to be committed to the Eye of Scotty at this point? Because
I think you're just committed to the Eye. I mean, what else are you going to get? Butterfly? Butterfly wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that's kind of the mix item.
I prefer Butterfly. I mean, you don't ever really go like purely. I mean, I guess you can go Rapier, but that's kind of out of the question right now, right? But you don't go like Daedalus. You go. They're all hybrid items for Medusa because she's so stat based. And she's not even level 20. Once she gets level 20, you get 800 mana, and then you're even more tanky.
See right there. He also gets the Mystic Snake Mana Steal. So that's another thing. He didn't even go the attack speed. Obviously, he has a Bloodlust buff, but
yeah, no, I think he's just gone way too heavy in on the defense.
Nana wants to pad those stats, man. He doesn't want to die. He's trying to keep those stats there. All right, well, they're trying to Roshan. They're going to sneak in there with the smoke. Get some good vision around, and I don't know if LGD's seen this. They actually have really good vision around. As you see, the vision of LGD is non-existent in that area, so.
Do they care if they get an Aegis, though?
On Medusa?
Yeah,
I guess
the thing.
We just finished talking about that, didn't we? This is going to be close. They're going in, aren't they? Big opening right there with the overwhelming odds. There we go. The Medusa picks it up, but as you just pointed out, they really cleared. In fact, they're going to duel the Medusa of all targets. The blade mill is up as well. The duel's not nearly enough for the kill as expected. Now FY, he's in a lot of trouble. Thomas puts up the Spirit Side Fist, then respect on him. FY will eventually go down. I hear the Stone Gate's going off as well. Moon is out of mana there on Medusa. Remember, he has the Aegis to come back up, though. At this point, thrown in the air with the Yule Scepter. Somnus is, as the Wukong's command goes down for Monkey. He dies pretty quickly, though, after the fact. The Witch's Curse on the somebody up here, but no kills, actually, in favor of LGD. Somehow, they did more than enough damage to not only win that fight, but it goes back in hindsight. If you're LGD there, you probably just don't want to engage there in the first place.
Well, now without Exorcism.
And now they're going to lose the Death Prophet. You're right. They did not have Exorcism, did they?
I mean, thing is, why would you engage with the Medusa?
Yeah.
We just talked about how. Okay, the thing about duel too, you don't. If you duel with the Medusa, she still does damage because of split shot. So it's like
that's a good point.
it's not useful to duel her. You're not locking her down. You're maybe preventing her from casting Stone Gaze, but she doesn't care because she finally has a target to hit. They just gave them so much with that fight.
It made no sense. Yeah, no, LGD, they really have to be second-guessing their decision there. And it's just snowballing. And they just lost 2 more heroes on top of that. Essentially was 6 kills right there.
Well, the Tinky build works out if you actually don't get ignored.
Yeah. No, that's clearly that was a strategy. That was a thought that Nana had all along. It's like, oh yeah, they're going to duel me. I got this. FY. He's probably dead right here. He's got the press the attack up. That's not going to matter. Buybacks are happening. Wind Wyvern and DLC. Monkey King has naturally resurrected.
This turned around so quickly.
I still can't believe it. And in fact, oh, Monkey King, no! He TPs in and he goes down right there. Hey.
What?
He buys back. What is happening to LGD? The duel coming out. He's going to be thrown up with the Heal Scepter, though. Doom may end up living through this. It's going to be close. Yes, he will. Now comes the Stone Gaze. And now I'll say that's going to be a dieback for him if he ends up going right here. Cold Embrace will save for the time being. Wukong's going to throw it out. But the Stone Gaze, it's stoning up the Monkey King nearby. And also trying to finish off FY now. Look at Ice Stop sitting on the outskirts, having fun with it in the Inferno Blitz auto attack. Takes out the LC right there. Gonna get the kill on Monkey King. And it is just absolute disaster time for LGD right now. Doom does end up falling. That's the only kill so far for LGD in the last 2.5 minutes.
What just happened?
Oh? Man, he's actually doing a lot of return damage here with that exorcism, so it's going to take out the Aegis at least, but really does that matter? In fact, he's dead. Oh, maybe not. Spear Siphon barely saving him. Double kill. There you go. It's Godlike Streak. Is that game really? That's game, isn't it?
I am in utter disbelief at just what happened. That was one of the biggest turnarounds I've ever seen. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, they're doing Roach. Okay, game over. What?
And you want to give credit to Mineski, and you do. I mean, that's a victory for them, and hey, they'll take